I'm Vego and this is Psychedelic Actualization. On this channel we talk about topics like self-realization, self-actualization and working with psychedelics to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. I have a very special trip report to share with you guys. It's a 5-MeO DMT breakthrough experience. It was such a deeply impactful, meaningful and almost life-changing experience for me, and there's a lot of beautiful lessons that I have to share from this experience. So I would say there's levels of experience to the 5-MeO DMT experience. I took my vape pen and I crafted a one-to-one solution, and I took 2 deep hits of this one-to-one solution, and that should have equated about maybe 15 milligrams of 5-MeO DMT. And my intention was actually to get to a place where I've been at my first 5-MeO DMT journey. You can watch the trip report right here, where I entered into nothingness, pure true nothingness, without even being aware of any experience itself. And I aimed kind of for that space, but where I ended up was a kind of another level of the consciousness field, where I was not nothing, but I was everything itself. And that was also very deeply meaningful and absolutely mind-blowing. It was kind of an experience I've been longing for, this kind of true God realization or enlightenment experience, which is not very common for me on 5-MeO DMT. In my last couple of journeys I've been kind of reaching a little bit of that realization, but not fully plunging into it. And also on other psychedelics there's a lot of content which is kind of also related to the topic of awakening, but not as pure and not as clear as I've experienced it in this journey. So it was kind of this pure love and surrender and divinity, and this feeling of just feeling complete and whole in the moment. And actually there's not much I can say about this experience, because this experience and the content of the experience itself is just beyond language. Like, I cannot possibly put it into words of what was being experienced. But I did share some words while I was coming out of the experience to my facilitator. And while I was coming out of the experience, I was just repeating, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. And if it was kind of this rapture kind of started of the realization of I am. The I not meaning my kind of small egoistic sense of self or character, but the big I, the universal I, the cosmic I. And I was just repeating that over and over again. And then I was saying to him, like, just words that were flowing out of me. And I said, this is it. This here is truth. Truth is right here and right now. Life is a celebration. That was one of the key insights. Every moment is a celebration from the Creator to creation itself. And we can dance through life. Life is a dance. Every movement we do is part of the big dance of the celebration of creation. And that is just deeply, deeply meaningful. And now integrating this experience is very interesting. And I want to show some concepts and just talk about some concepts that resonate with this realization of life as a dance. Because that is kind of a picture that has been painted in different spiritual traditions all over the world. This concept of life as a dance. So it's not a new concept, but it's beautiful to tap into that realization and then actually see and research and integrate that realization by digging deeper into what has already been said in the traditions that have come before us. So one form of the dance is a sculpture of Shiva, a form of Shiva called Shiva Nataraja, also called the Lord of the Dance. And there Shiva is kind of shown as the source of all movement within the cosmos itself. We can see kind of the creator or God as the dancer of creation itself. And when the dancer is there, the dance is there. We cannot separate the dance from the dancer. So this all of reality and all of existence and all of creation is the dance of the Creator. And it is not just the dance of the Creator, but it is the Creator itself, because we cannot separate the two. So it is the one doing the dancing. And the dance of Shiva is also called Ananda Tandava, also called the dance of bliss, which is very beautiful because that relates back to my 5-MeO-DMT experience and also to my past 5-MeO-DMT experiences, which made me realize this Satchitananda, that kind of truth, reality or existence is consciousness, and that is bliss. This is kind of the true nature of our existence and of life itself. And the dance Shiva is doing is the dance of bliss, which is just really, really beautiful. And another concept is relating also to Shiva's dance is talked about in the Tao of Physics from Fritjof Capra. And he talked about the relation to the concept of the dance in modern quantum physics. And I want to read you a quote from his book. He says that every subatomic particle not only performs an energy dance, but also is an energy dance, a pulsating process of creation and destruction without end. For the modern physicists, then, Shiva's dance is the dance of subatomic matter. As in Hindu mythology, it is a continual dance of creation and destruction, involving the whole cosmos, the basis of all existence and of all natural phenomena. So it's not just in the ancient spiritual traditions that we can see this concept of the dance, but even new discoveries in modern quantum physics kind of see this mechanism of the dance in subatomic particles. And that's just stunning to me and awe-inspiring and very beautiful to see this realization and this concept of the dance being displayed in a wide variety of areas. I want to end this section about the dance of Shiva and the Shiva Nataraja with a quote and a poem by Ruth Peel. The source of all movement, Shiva's dance, gives rhythm to the universe. He dances in evil places, in sacred. He creates and preserves, destroys and releases. So that is the first concept that really resonated with me in combination and in relation to this 5-MeO-DMT experience of this taste of awakening and enlightenment. Really focusing in on the aspect of the dance. Another concept is the concept of Lila, also from Hinduism. A loose translation of Lila could be the divine play of creation itself. It could also be translated as sport, spontaneity, or drama. But the main concept is kind of that all of reality and all of existence is a creative play by the Creator. So by the Absolute, by Brahman. This reality that we experience is the divine play of Brahman. And it is created out of bliss, by bliss, for bliss. So the purpose of, and the source and the purpose of the play itself is bliss. And we are kind of free to dance in this divine playground, in the rhythmic dynamic play, and join this play. And also, Lila is kind of seen as an aimless display. So it doesn't have a purpose to lead anywhere. It is just because of bliss that this kind of, by the bliss of the Creator, that this reality, this play unfolds. And we can dance on this divine playground. Alan Watts said a beautiful quote, and he said, when you are dancing, you are not intent on getting somewhere. The meaning and purpose of dancing is the dance itself. And when we are free from the illusion of Maya, Maya being defined as kind of confusing the myriad forms of Lila with reality itself, like without perceiving the underlying unity of the one in all form. That's kind of the spell of Maya. When we are free from that spell of Maya and we do not distinguish or separate the one, the absolute, Brahman, from the play itself, and we see it for what it is, we are free to flow with and dance in this divine playground, completely immersed in bliss and in truth. I think that was the second concept that came to my mind after I came out of this 5-MeO DMT experience. And there's one more concept that I want to share with you before we wrap up, and that's a concept of Taoism called Wu-Wei, which also kind of relates to the dance. And Wu-Wei is often translated as non-doing or non-action. And again, Alan Watts kind of translated it a little bit differently, which I like. And he said it's non-forcing, not forcing anything. And there's a beautiful quote in the Tao Te Ching, which says, "The way, or the Tao, does nothing, and yet nothing remains unaccomplished." The concept of Wu-Wei is very broad, but broken down, we can see that not doing or not forcing anything is kind of a natural way of action. We fall into harmony and alignment with a natural way of doing things. Like nature, like water, for example, flowing down a river. It is not forcing anything, but it is effortless action. And we can move effortlessly in this dance of creation, because we are at one with what we are doing. That is kind of where the flow state is coming from. And then we flow with the Tao, with the dance, as the Tao and as the dance, with existence, not forcing anything, not controlling anything, not leading anything, but actually letting go. And then kind of joining the natural movements that arise out of this dance of creation in creation. So that's it. That's the three concepts, the main concepts that kind of arose out of this deep state of realization and enlightenment. And that was just absolutely meaningful. What a beautiful experience. Now it is on me to actually integrate this experience. Basically, by the way, I stumbled into a spiritual emergency, kind of a spiritual crisis after this experience. And I've heard from many people experiencing 5-MeO DMT that they have similar experiences. Difficulty integrating these super high states of realization and consciousness into their life. So I wrote a completely free ebook about spiritual emergencies, navigating spiritual crisis or the dark night of the soul. You can download that for free. Link is in the video description and in the comment section. But yeah, now it's on me kind of to, or on us to join this dance of creation and actually let go of our sense of self so we can join the dance as the one and not fall into this illusion of Maya or this illusion of the sense of the small I that wants to control everything. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I couldn't record that experience. Sometimes experiences just happen without me having the camera, and it's also sometimes very nice to go into personal journeys without having to share everything on camera. But yeah, that's about it. If you want to follow along on my journey and to know more about my spiritual crisis and everything, then subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love.